What's up, guys? Armchair QBs here, continuing our Week 5 matchup previews. Next up on deck, we have Dear Lord Baby Jesus versus My Chubb is Broken. So Mikey versus Manny. Just going over the teams here. Looking at Mike's team, Jalen Hurts, amazing spot right here. Looking for this game to be a decent scoring game. Potential high scoring game here, especially the way the LA Rams have been looking with Kyren Williams and specifically Puka Nacua. So look for this game to hopefully be a shootout, to be a back and forth game. But Jalen Hurts is in a decent spot here. You have that stack there with Jalen Hurts, wide receiver Devontae Smith here. He hasn't been playing so good. He hasn't been playing so well this season so far. It's been mainly AJ Brown and DeAndre Swift, actually, the running back. But look for this to be possibly a squeaky wheel game. We'll see if they start trying to get Devontae Smith a little bit more involved. But yeah, so this should be a good game here. Looking at a good spot. DJ Moore, I know a lot of people were talking about him last week. Was that something that Justin Fields and DJ Moore and the Chicago Bears did to turn around their season, or was it just the Broncos and their poor defense? I think it's a little bit of both. Now they get a little bit better, actually a lot better on the defense here with Washington for tomorrow's game, actually. So just looking at that, DJ Moore, CMC, you're starting him. I mean, this dude is phenomenal. Whether he scores touchdowns or not, he's getting his points through receiving work and the rushing work, and he's a great blocker, great for pass pro. So overall, you're gonna find great usage and great snap counts. I mean, this guy's probably gonna get close to 100 snap counts just because of his usage and just because of what he adds, even in the pass pro. So he's going to get his against Dallas here. I think if Dallas can hopefully keep this game close, then look for CJ McCaffrey to get his points. If Dallas can't and it's a blowout, look for CMC to possibly get pulled in the third, say, if it's multiple 3 touchdowns deficit here. CMC could possibly be pulled in the third, and then look for it to possibly be Elijah Mitchell if he's healthy. So we'll see. We'll see if Dak Prescott and the Cowboys can keep up pace with Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers here. This game is in Santa Clarita, so it is a home game for the 49ers. So we'll see how Dallas does against San Francisco and their defense and their offense. So just a great overall team there. David Montgomery here. We saw what he did last Thursday and those points that were left on Mikey's bench. Great to see Mikey playing him now. I think especially against Carolina, I do think that we see Montgomery get a lot of work. We haven't really seen the type of usage that we were hoping for with Jahmyr Gibbs there with Detroit. So we'll see if Dan Campbell maybe doesn't trust fully Jahmyr Gibbs, whether that's for pass pro or anything else there. But we do know that Monty is game for that Derrick Henry type usage, and he is a power back. So he is one of those bruisers. We saw it when he was in Chicago, and so look for him to continue his usage there and his great play. Looking over Christian Kirk here, just want to say that Calvin Ridley hasn't been playing too good. I know he's been struggling with a lot of press coverage. Something that a lot of analysts have been talking about is any defense that goes man coverage against Jacksonville, Calvin Ridley is being shadowed, and he is having a hard time with press coverage, and so the benefactor is actually Christian Kirk here. So we'll see if he continues his good usage here, and we'll see if he continues to get targeted versus Calvin Ridley. Miles Sanders here with that stack against Detroit and David Montgomery. We'll see how this fares out. If it stays close, you kind of want them to. It's really tough when you have two running backs going up against each other, because if one is succeeding, that means they're trying to slow down the game, and it looks like the losing team, the losing running back, they end up having to pass it more. And if they're not getting any of the passing work, then that's going to the wide receivers just because they're trying to play catch up. So we'll see how that goes. Just looking over to see if there's anything on the bench here. Good pickup there with the Michael Wilson, the rookie. He's been balling. He's been getting pretty decent usage here, so we'll see if that ends up panning out. But that's a good stash just for the next couple weeks to see if that ends up being some gold for you there. Going over to Manny's team here. Looking over here, you have Jordan Love's actually in a decent spot here against Las Vegas. Las Vegas, they did have that rookie come in for Jimmy G, so we'll see if Jimmy G is healthy and ready to go. If Jimmy G is able to go, even if it's the rookie actually looked pretty decent. We should say if Devontae Adams is pretty healthy and we could get some decent scoring offense from Las Vegas, I could see this being a sneaky shootout here against Green Bay with just the way Jordan Love has been throwing, specifically to Romeo Doubs and Jaden Reed. He does get Christian Watson back. Christian Watson was on a snap count with Aaron Jones last week, something that Green Bay didn't disclose to us until after the game. So if they're able to get in another week and they're fully healthy, look for this game to be pretty decent on offense here. CeeDee Lamb against San Fran. Looking for the 49ers to go up big early on against Dallas. If that's the case, then Dak's obviously going to be forced to throw, in which case CeeDee Lamb would be the benefactor. You also have Calvin Ridley there going up against Buffalo. So if this is the case and Buffalo turns to be a shootout, or Buffalo ends up going just multiple touchdowns, then Calvin Ridley is also a benefactor there because you're playing catch up and the losing team is always trying to pass. So for that to be a decent one. Joe Mixon here, I'm not really high on him. I'm not high on anyone on this Bengals offense right now, mainly because of Zach Taylor and his play calling, just along with some of the decisions that him and that coaching staff has been making. I know Jamar Chase wanted Joe Burrow to sit out for a little bit at the beginning of the season just to get right and to get 100% healthy with his calf strain. They didn't do that, and they have not looked good this entire season. So might have been something where they should have let him rest a little bit more. They have their bye week coming up in a few weeks, so if they decide to rest Joe Burrow for the next 2 weeks, that hurts Joe Mixon's stock, that hurts Jamar Chase's stock, anyone else, this entire offense right now. So this offense right now, even though they're going up against Arizona, which is friendly for their offense there, I'm not sure how that offense is going to bode, just because they can't protect Joe Burrow and he's already not healthy. And if he's not mobile and if he's not a threat for running and moving outside of the pocket, it's easier for defenses to key in on some of that pressure there. Going over, I do like this Nico Collins. I was a bit surprised that Manny started Tank Dell last week over Nico Collins. Looked like he was trying to ride the hot hand a little bit. For me, Nico Collins is a favored player here in Houston. We've seen it before. I believe even in the Deshaun Watson days, we've seen it with Nico Collins. So this is a good spot here. Other than that, looking at the matchup preview here and the Yahoo projections, Mikey is favored by 71% just because of Manny's team here sustaining injuries here, mainly with Nick Chubb. It's a pretty big one. Just some of his depth here. Deontay Johnson was a pretty big one there. So we'll see. But yeah, good luck, guys.